Hello there. Welcome to Live with DJ Rossstar. Today is Monday, June 29th, 2026. And today on the show, I'm going to talk to Swiss Army Wife. If you have questions, you can post them in the chat below. Now check it out. This show is on every week, twice a week, but the days and times change. So make sure you follow me on Instagram so you know who's going to be on the show next. I will tell you, tomorrow on the show, Tuesday, 3 o'clock Central, we're going to have the band Equipment on. And then next Tuesday, July 7th, at 7 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have on Big D and the Kids Table. So make sure you follow me on IG so you know who's going to be on the show and when. I've been doing this live every week, twice a week, since June of 2025 on IG. So you can go back and see my interviews with people like Hit the Lights, Less Than Jake, and more. I've also been doing interviews in general for over 20 years. So you can go onto YouTube, look up DJ Rossstar, and find some of my content with Pierce the Veil, All Time Low, Green Day, and more. But now, Swiss Army Wife has arrived, waiting for them to send the request, and then we're going to get it going. So once again, if you have questions, post them in the chat below. We will ask as many as we can in the next 20 minutes or so. So think long and hard about anything you've ever wanted to know about Swiss Army Wife. And the request has come in, so let's get it started. Here we go. Hi.
Hello.
Where's the clown nose?
I know. I don't. Well, since we left it in the van, I guess we don't have it anymore.
I've never
But
seen an orange clown nose. I thought they were always red, so I was surprised.
I, you know, we are full of many surprises. I actually don't know what that was.
Okay.
We have mic covers that we use sometimes just to like avoid mic contact, avoid picking up sicknesses on tour. But I don't
Yeah.
think we have an orange one in that shape. So
Interesting.
somebody else is missing their clown nose.
Introduce yourself, by the way.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I play guitar and do some of the vocals in Swiss Army Wife. Um,
And
yeah.
right now, I caught you between little tours.
Yes, we just wrapped up the West Coast leg of a tour supporting our new album called I Love You, But I Hate It Here. And now we have about a little less than a month off before we head out to Chicago to start the next phase of the tour.
And what are you going to do right now that you're off, besides talk to me?
Yeah, hopefully as little as possible. It's been such a scramble to promote the record, plan these shows, get everything booked, and just do everything administratively that it takes
Okay.
to pull off an album release. Now that we're finally at the point where we don't have to constantly be focusing on that, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to just like relaxing.
Did everything go according to plan, or did you have little slip-ups here and there?
It was mostly according to plan. The shows were all a lot of fun. Uh, LA was a little bit tricky. I don't know if you saw the news about like the giant warehouse fire that happened there like a
I
week
did
or
not, but
so
I'm sorry
back.
to hear it. No.
So that happened to be about 2 blocks from the venue that we were playing. So there
Oh,
was
wow.
this enormous plume of smoke coming up, and fortunately the wind was blowing the opposite direction, so the venue itself didn't get like hit, but it made that part of town kind of inaccessible.
Yeah.
Uh, but it was a lineup with a ton of our close friends, so like no matter what, we were gonna have a great time.
So the show still went on.
It still went on, yeah.
Now, where are you going on this next part of the tour? You don't have to
Um,
name every city, but what area are you going to be in?
sure, mostly the Midwest, and then kind of poking out to Philadelphia, real quick. Um, but yeah, just kind of looping around from Chicago out east a little bit, and back around through Nashville and St. Louis, and ending in Milwaukee. Um, doing about 10 dates total, I believe.
Nice. Anywhere you haven't been before?
Yeah, actually, everywhere other than Chicago and Nashville will be new cities for us.
Oh, that's fun.
Um, yeah, it's really exciting. We've been wanting to get out there for a long time, and it just hasn't happened for various reasons. So finally being on the cusp of that feels really good.
Do you have like a list of things you want to see, or do you not have time? You know, like attractions in each city.
I think we're probably not going to have time for the most part. I know our drummer grew up in the South and loves Waffle House, and
Okay.
so he really is very excited for nighttime Waffle House while we're out there. But aside from that, I think we're probably going to be kind of rolling through pretty fast. But we always find like interesting things to stop and check out along the way.
Are your expectations high for Waffle House, low, or in the middle, or none, nothing?
Okay, so this won't be my first Waffle House experience.
Ah,
I've only had it during the day, and I'm told that nighttime Waffle House is a whole other animal. So I think I'm going to put my expectations in the middle because it was a pretty just like it just kind of felt like a diner during the day.
yeah.
Uh, so yeah, we'll see.
Do you have like a list of other places you want to eat? We got Waffle House. Anything you want to check out, or something you haven't been to before?
Not really. I'm honestly terrible about like looking ahead at places like that. Although I will say, the venue we're playing in Pittsburgh apparently has unlimited hot dogs for the artists, and
Interesting.
I plan on taking full advantage of this.
I feel like I can have two and then I'm done. I don't know how many hot dogs you can eat.
I don't know if I've tested myself, but I will have to in Pittsburgh. We'll see what my limit is.
What's your? Well, I'll let you take a sip. What's your hot topic? What's your hot dog toppings that you usually turn to?
I love a classic Chicago dog. I could not tell you what all the toppings are on one,
That's
but
like relish, onions, mayo,
yeah,
mustard, ketchup.
mhm. It's got to be that like that fluorescent green relish
Yeah.
as well. But that's my favorite. There's a bar here in Portland that like specializes in hot dogs, and that's my spot.
Are you playing a show on Fourth of July, or do you guys have off?
No, we have it off. I think most of us are planning on just like day drinking, and that's gonna be that's gonna
Fireworks
be
show, or lighting your own fireworks?
not as I'm not planning on doing anything. The rest of the band might. I'm not really sure.
Not your thing.
Not really my thing. No.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the new album. How long has it been out right now? How many weeks?
Let's see. A little over two. So it came out on the 12th. So we're like 2.5 weeks, a little under 2.5 weeks out.
Was there like one song that surprised you that the fans liked a lot that you weren't sure that you didn't think was going to be like in the top three favorites?
Um, Not really, honestly. The songs that I expected to connect with people the most do seem to be the ones that are connecting. I think Elliot has been like a little bit of like a sleeper, like I don't want to use the word hit, but a sleeper hit in that sense. Like
Okay.
I wasn't sure how people were going to react to that one. But it seems to be one of the ones people are connecting with more. But like It Used to Snow, Emergency Contact, and Cowboy seem to be the three that I see coming up most often for people.
Awesome. Are you going to play those three on the tour? Because those are the three favorite.
We are. We're gonna be playing at least the majority of the album. There's a couple songs that we might not play, just depending on what we can figure out in the meantime.
Yeah.
For covering some parts. But at least 8 out of the 10 songs on the album we will be playing.
And we have Emo Kids Anonymous in here, and they said, "Love you both."
Hello.
Hi there. What's the first date of the tour coming up?
July 24th, we're playing a house show at a place called Erica's House in Chicago.
Is
That's
that
where
actual house, or that's just the name of the place?
it's an actual house, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're excited. We love house shows. Like that's like always been kind of like our bread and butter and our favorite kind of venue to play.
Yeah.
That lineup is a lot of fun too. We've got 10 Month Summer, Sweet Bike, and Bottom Bracket. Um, just great Chicago emo bands. So it'll be a good one.
Oh yeah. And what about when this tour is over? Do you have fall plans ready that you haven't announced, or you don't know yet?
Nothing that we haven't announced yet. We are going to be playing Fest out in Gainesville at the end of
Okay.
October.
Big one.
Yeah, it'll be our second time out there. It was an amazing time last year. I'm really excited to be doing that again. But aside from that, I think we're just kind of like keeping things open and kind of seeing what we are feeling up to doing next after getting through this tour.
Yeah. What about videos? Are you always filming? Do you have somebody in the group that just shoots everything you do all day?
That was kind of me on tour. Every tour we've gone on, we've been like, okay, we need to make sure we're taking pictures and videos the whole time, and then none of us do it. But this time, I did make a point of taking a lot more. So hopefully, we'll be posting like little clips here and there. But
Are you editing this also, or do you give it to someone else?
It'll probably be me editing it. Yeah, we unfortunately don't really have video editor
To sit
budget
through
these
hours
days.
of footage to find the good stuff.
Yeah.
What about music videos? Is that something you want to do for this album?
Yeah, we'd like to. It's kind of a money thing, as what it comes down to. Is we spent everything we've got on getting this album out and getting merch put together for tour. So if we can find a way to budget for it, then we have ideas that we would love to shoot. It's just kind of a matter of figuring out how to fund it. So I think we're gonna get there eventually. It just might take a little time.
What song would you want to do a video for first if you had the money right now?
Totally. I think emergency contact would be probably the top choice, followed by God's favorite country.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
What about the least song that you wouldn't want to make a video for?
probably 3D Vampire. In part just because it's so short, and
Yeah.
that's like I love every song on this album. That's my personal least favorite song on the album.
Okay.
Um, just like it's choosing the worst of the best. But I think that would be a tricky one to make a satisfying video for.
Was it originally a longer song, or was it always the same length?
It was originally shorter, actually. I through the writing process, I like pushed various ideas for getting it a little bit longer. Some of which are in the final version, some of which aren't. But I'm usually the one in the band who's like, "What if we added another 45 seconds? What if we added this other part?" We
That's good.
Yeah, we definitely tend towards pretty short songs. Like Joyce Manor was a big inspiration, especially in the early days of the band. And I think the just like rapid fire ideas nature of some of their music is something we've held on to at least a bit.
Are there more songs that you recorded that you didn't put on the album?
Yeah, we did release one. So the song Lion's Mane off of our EP Quarter Horse that we put out back in April was originally written for the album, recorded at the same time as the album. But while we were in the studio, we're like, this song just like doesn't really fit thematically
Yeah.
or like really like musically with the rest of what we're doing. And we had Heartlands was a song we had written years ago. Like it is probably of these songs that are on the album, the first one that we actually wrote, but we
Okay.
kind of like benched it and hadn't thought about it really or touched it in 2 or 3 years at that point.
Wow.
But like maybe two-thirds of the way through the studio session, we kind of had this realization about Lion's Mane, and that night we just like relearned how to play Heartlands, finished some lyrics and smoothed out some transitions, and recorded it the next day, and went shockingly well.
Well, that's good. It's the best you can hope for, huh?
Yeah.
So now that you have more music out, when they go see you on tour, how many old songs are you gonna do?
On the West Coast run, we did three, all off of Medium Gnarly. We might end up changing up the set list a little bit, but we haven't really discussed yet. It's definitely gonna be almost entirely new stuff, but
Yeah.
some of the favorites off of Medium Gnarly will find their ways in there.
What are like the staples that you have to play at this point?
I think the only one that like we have to play is I'm a Head Out." That just being like a song that very much feels like a thesis statement for the band, and also is the one that people have heard the most. I don't think we've. Oh no, we okay. I think we played one show where we didn't play it, and it felt awful.
Wow. Why
Yeah,
did you play at that show? What happened?
I don't remember exactly. There was a reason, and it was like a well considered one. It might have been like a vocal thing, because our former bassist John was one who did like the verse vocals on that song,
Okay.
and we've just been kind of like trying to figure out how to like redivide that. So that may have been what happened, but honestly, that it is lost to time. I don't remember the exact reason.
Well, what a sad night. But after that, you brought it back and never not played it again.
I think that's the plan. Yeah.
Do you have like a second song from this album you think that's going to be the next staple?
Yeah, probably emergency contacts. I think it's like it's the poppiest song on the record. It's got like a very catchy chorus. people seem to really like moving to it live. It's just one that feels like really good in a live space.
Good.
But I have a feeling that at least until whatever we write next is coming out, these most of the songs from the album are gonna stay in pretty heavy rotation for us live.
I was going to say, are you writing already, or it's way too soon?
A little bit. We haven't like fully jumped into it yet. But we've got like a few ideas that are floating around. I'm very excited about. So I
Anything
think
that would shock like the usual fan, like a nice piano ballad or something, a banjo song?
no, probably neither of those. But who knows? Like we aren't really like setting a specific sound for whatever we do next. We never like really do. It just kind of like develops over the course of writing that collection of songs. The new one that we've been working on a little bit that I'm particularly excited about. I don't think is super surprising sonically, but it feels like a nice continued progression from some of the things that we've been doing.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So these fans won't be totally shocked.
Exactly, and I'm sure we'll find some ways to like throw some left field stuff in, but
So who are you going to be on the road with coming up? I don't know if you said that yet in the next few weeks.
it's mostly just going to be us, and then like local bands. But we're going to be joined on the back half of the tour by this band Barely Civil from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
They're great. We played with them at Homie Fest in Madison last fall. That was I think all of our first time seeing them. Gosh, really nice people, great music. Really excited to be playing some shows with them.
Awesome. Anybody you want to tour with? Who's like the dream lineup?
Oh my God. I think for us, it's always just like the bands that we're friends with. Like we've done tours with Kerosene Heights and Aren't We Amphibians in the past, and we're very close with both those bands, and would be thrilled to go out with them again. Excuse Me, Who Are You? Love them. Would love to be on the road with them.
What about like the big ones, like the bands you don't know that are just your favorites?
I don't know. I'm probably like the worst member of the band to ask that question to, honestly, because I don't
Do you not
listen
like a
to a
lot of
ton.
popular music? Is that why? Or
No, I do. I listen to actually probably more pop music than most of the rest of the band,
oh wow,
but it's not necessarily like within the emo world so
that's what I
much.
mean. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, they've broken up now, but like Foxing has been one of my favorite bands for a long, long time. So that would have been a dream. Um, yeah,
What
that's
What
one.
are you listening to right now then? Like, what's a shocking pop thing that you like?
Sure. The new Underscores album is just so fucking good. It's a big change for like her sound. But I love her pop girly arc. Um, just great songs. Been listening to this band called Friendship out of Philadelphia. They put out a record called Caveman Wakes Up last year, and that's not so much pop as it is like alt country, but that's been in heavy rotation for me. Jane Remover, both like her like main project and adventuring. Kamo, lots of hyper pop for me lately.
All right, well, good. So when you're driving the van, are you allowed to put on what you like, and they have to deal with it?
Yep. I subjected everybody to speaking in tongues by Talking Heads several times on this run. I've
That's a good
noticed
one.
that it's so good. There's like a direct correlation with like how early in the day I listen to that album and how good of a day I have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
So that one, and then a lot of the albums that I just mentioned as well.
Yeah. And what do they like to listen to when they're driving? What are some of their like favorite emo classics then?
So we actually managed to not listen to any emo on this tour.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, which was kind of rad. But
Mix it up.
exactly when we do, like we all love like Lockamora, Joyce Manor, Kerosene Heights. Dikembe is another band that we've toured with, whose music is really influential on us. Yeah.
All right, I like the answer. It's very good. Well, I'll let you go. Before we wrap up here, can you tell them where they can check everything out? What's the link tree, and where can they find out? Where can they get all the music?
Totally, yeah. You can listen to our music just about anywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Qobuz, wherever you listen to music. You can find info on the tour we're about to do on our Instagram page, which is Swiss Army Wife Band. We have a link tree there that will have ticket links shortly. We are also on Twitter at Swiss Army Wifey, TikTok at Swiss Army Wife Band. Um, yeah, we're around, and we have info on this tour on all of our socials. So yeah,
Awesome.
check it
Well,
out.
thanks so much for doing this with me.
Absolutely, thank you.
And thanks for watching live. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. And I will see you all tomorrow with equipment. But thanks for doing this. Have a good
And
day and a good relaxing time.
thank you. You
Bye,
too.
everybody.